Welcome to the Creepy Kingdom. We are all about the creepy side, theme parks, films, haunts, and everything in between. We create original films, live streams, vlogs, podcasts, and more. Hit that subscribe button to make sure that you always keep it creepy.
Now it is time to open up the gates. Creepy Kingdom proudly presents The Dark Theme Park Show.
Hello and welcome to the Dark Theme Park Show, Creepy Kingdom's podcast, all about the creepy side of theme parks. I'm your host, Mr. James H. Carter II, here with a very, very special episode of the Dark Theme Park Show because we're going to tell you how you can get into Epic Universe. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to bring on our very special guest, Creepy Kingdom team member and a representative of the Vacationeer travel agency, Rebecca Daly. Let's get her out here. There she is. Hey, how are you?
Hello. I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. Excited to have you on and welcome the first time on the show. But yeah, you've been covering some stuff for us for a few years now, I believe. I don't know what time is, so I don't really
Yes.
know when you started. But yeah, you are single-handedly our Northeast team.
It's an honor.
Yep, as you are located in the New Jersey, New York area, covering the events out there. So, what are some of the things that you've covered for us this year, just to let our listeners and viewers let you know what you've been up to?
Oh dear. Okay, literally, what is time?
Yes.
We just did Blood Manor in New York City, which was a great haunted house. Oh, sorry. Hello.
Hey. And for our listeners, we have a kitty cat. Go do. What's your kitty cat's name again?
This is Thomas O'Malley.
Okay.
He is on my lap currently, taking over. And then, okay, bye. Anyway. Woo.
On and off the rails. We're only a few minutes in. All right, let's go.
Oh dear. What else did we do? We went to horror nights. We did Unmasking the Horror. The behind the scenes tour, Squid
Nice.
Game experience, which was really cool.
You did Jimmy Fallon's Haunt.
Oh my god, that's nightmares. Yes. Honestly, my favorite one I've done outside of
Really?
Horror Nights this year.
I
Yep.
was about to say not more than Horror Nights, but
No. But on par. Like
yeah.
if you can't go to Horror Nights, go to the Nightmares in New York.
Wow, yeah, because I mean that's all part of Universal, you know. So I'd imagine they had the Horror Nights team working on it. I don't know the back
Oh yeah.
behind the scenes on it, but you were saying that it was Horror Nights level of quality.
100%. I felt like even some of the same tactics, if you will. So
Okay,
on par with Horror Nights for sure.
that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it definitely, you know, not what you'd expect from a Jimmy Fallon Haunt, but whatever. Yeah, and just seeing some of the footage from that, I was like, wow, this is it's pretty wild. Not what I expect, but very cool.
Honestly,
So that, yeah, you're like, but anywho, we good?
Go ahead, sorry. I was just gonna say, like, having a haunt inside Rockefeller Center is kind of pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's something we could I think we could probably deep dive on a little more, but I feel like the expansion of Horror Nights into new markets with the year-round Vegas thing that's under construction, and now they have this To Nightmares thing. It just shows, how much how it's growing in popularity, and the demand for it is just getting larger and larger. So, and here in Southern California, the demand for haunts is unlimited. It seems like there's just so many haunts, from the big theme park ones to mid-size ones to home haunts to I think it's
So lucky.
people can't get enough. Yes, I mean that's yeah. We've talked about it in the past. I think a reason there's so many haunts out here is just that the people that make them, work in the film industry, so they kind of bring that that talent
Very
and
true.
love to
Very,
it.
very true.
Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about
You know,
the kind side, the kind of side tangents that Rebecca and I get into when we try to talk about things for business purposes.
there's no straight track ever. It's a roller
No,
coaster.
it's hard. It's hard to stay focused, but we like to nerd out about this stuff. And it's like, hey, why don't we record it and let other people listen? And that's why we have podcasts. But yeah, so just this is a special episode because this episode officially announces our partnership with the Vacationeer. So before we even get into like the Epic Universe specifics, why don't you talk about the Vacationeer and how you are going to be helping our followers, listeners, and viewers book their vacations and buy theme park tickets and all that stuff.
The Vacationeer is a travel agency that specializes in Disney and Universal travel. But we do a lot more than that, of course, as an agency. But my area of expertise is Disney and Universal, and more so anything having to do with haunts or Halloween, even outside of Disney and Universal now. But those are the loves of my life and what I really like to talk about and share with other people. So our partnership is going to focus on getting other people there and having great experiences.
Well, it sounds like a great partnership to me, and it sounds like and I think we talked about this off air, but a lot of other media outlets, partner with vacation travel agencies, but they're really mostly focused on bright, sunny, happy family vacation planning.
Yes,
And they tolerate us creepy kids because they want our business, I guess, but they don't always know what they're talking about. But
exactly.
Rebecca knows what we're talking about. Rebecca knows what we need and what we want out of visiting the theme parks. So I'm excited to get into this with you. So let's talk about Epic Universe. At this, in case it's unlikely somebody listening is unaware of what Epic Universe is. There probably are. And they're probably aware that we spent a lot of time over the past few years on this show, particularly talking about the Dark Universe, the Universal Monsters theme land, ever since it was a rumor all the way to its official announcement. And we just put out an episode 2 months ago where we went through all the announcements and broke it down and had our reactions to it. If you haven't listened to that one yet, you can find that, go back and listen to that one, because the details of that we are incredible. But there's also 4 other lands, 3. I don't know. I don't know what they're calling that middle land, but is that a land? But I'll kind of let you take it and kind of like just overview Epic Universe.
Whew. Well, yes, there are portals to other lands. So when you
Nice.
enter, you'll be in Celestial Park. So that's kind of like your, I don't know, I don't want to say otherworldly, but like, the universe.
Yes.
It's like Celestial Park is where you start, and they do have attractions there. There is like they're gonna have the Super Nintendo store there as well. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to clap. Um,
Just excited. You're just,
I
yes,
know I'm
Super
so
Nintendo store. Let's go.
excited. um, but there will also be the Ministry of Magic, How to Train Your Dragon, Super Nintendo Worlds with a Donkey Kong Country area. Super excited about that. And Dark Universe. So 5 altogether, because the
Okay.
Celestial Park is its own attraction as well. Um, and while they all sound really exciting, I myself am also the most interested in the dark universe. So,
Of course. Well, that goes without saying.
whew. But I like that they all kind of, so of course, like, we're on brand with each of those things, but they've kind of created their own thing with Dark Universe too, like different storylines, like other characters, because it's Universal's thing, right? So they
Yeah.
can just go nuts, and they certainly will.
Let's hope so. Yeah, like I said, we dove deep on all the backstories of all the eateries and all of that. So and the e-ticket attraction.
Oh, perfect.
Uh, yeah. So yeah, we can't wait to get in there. And there's obviously a lot of other stuff going on there, the How to Train Your Dragon stuff that we can't wait to check out. And I mean, can't wait to check out all of it, but you know, but just for the sake of this show, we're just gonna just say, hey, we're gonna get you into Epic Universe. But we're all thinking inside, we're gonna get you into Dark
Exactly. I'll
because
spend the
that's where
whole
we're
day
all
there.
going. I
Yes.
mean, I could tell you, whatever day is the first day I get to Epic Universe, that's all the place I'm gonna be. Like I can't even imagine,
Same.
especially, and you probably don't have the answer to this, but I tend to experience when I visit Universal Orlando that it's rarely open at night. Usually, like will close at like 7 o'clock or like not. I'm just mean year round, not even like horror nights time. And I hope that they have nighttime hours. I don't know why they're not usually open at night. Um, that's a topic for another time, I guess.
Same.
um,
Sometimes you get 9, sometimes, but
Sometimes, but
it's
I say all
true.
that to say that I would love to be in the dark universe area at night with all the fire effects and
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
You
in
bet.
reality, spent more time at Universal Orlando and Horror Nights than being inside of Universal Studios Florida, just as a non-local. So in my brain, it's like I think of the park at night, but when I know from just planning and just wanting to check stuff out or try to go to Island's Adventure at night, you're just like out of luck. And I always thought that was kind of strange that they closed so early. But that was also like 4 times. I don't even know what the hours are now, so this could be a pointless topic. Anyways, we're gonna be in Dark Universe all day, all night, the first day. But the question remains is how are we gonna get tickets? So yeah, at the date of this when this is released, not the recording, but when this is released, people will be able to try to get tickets for when the park opens. And they just announced the opening date, which is May 22nd, 2025. So if you're one of the people that are like, oh, I'm definitely going to be there May 22nd, 2025, Godspeed. But yeah, and I say that not even just the logistics of being there that day, but trying to get tickets right away is going to be challenging. And that's where Rebecca's going to come in here and help you. Help you get in there and do that. So, right at the bat, before we even get into it, I do want to say that the way to contact Rebecca and also help support Creepy Kingdom is you're going to go to creepykingdom.com/vacationeer and you're going to fill out a form. And then Rebecca's going to email you or call you or send you an owl or I don't know, however you contact people.
Whatever you prefer. Contact preference, let me know.
Yes. Yes, yeah, she's very accommodating with that. And then Rebecca's going to do all that hard work of like tackling the system crashing or whatever chaos is going to be going on while all these people are trying to get tickets by just going to the website, which if anyone's tried to buy tickets the day things are go on sale for theme parks for, I can't even imagine. I didn't, what about like, I assume you'll even be put in a queue before you can even
Oh,
do
yeah,
the purchasing, which,
most likely.
I've had my experience with those queues. when Disneyland reopened after lockdown, and that was like I was in a queue for like 7 hours. So I just had it open all day at work.
I mean, if you bought Boogie Bash tickets now, you know.
Yeah, and I was like, and now that's the same for Reggae Boogie. So, uh, you know, some people have a desk job and they can sit there all day and do that, and other people don't. So that's what, again, Rebecca's able to keep all those browsers open for you, I guess. No, she's in a totally different system. She's not like trying to do the same thing and crashing and be like, sorry, I couldn't do it. No, Rebecca's gonna get through. She's gonna get you those tickets, right? Or am I giving a promise you can't fulfill?
I mean, I have an advantage, but
Yes.
not always. It's still
Yes.
a system, but you know, I I give you a 89% guarantee,
All right. Well,
which doesn't sound too comforting, but let's,
not, but I guess it's
lower the
all
expectation and over deliver. So,
there you go. Yeah, that's the key to success in business. Anyways, so this is where I'm gonna really hand it off to you. We're gonna talk about the rules and the requirements of obtaining Epic Universe tickets when now that they're on sale. So the first thing you want to do is hit up Rebecca through the form, and then she's going to come back with you, and the form should fill out most of the stuff, but and she'll connect. Actually, let's continue that. I actually don't know what happens after they fill out the form. So what are the steps that people can expect in that process with you?
depending on, I mean, we can ask your preference of contact. Email is usually preferred for my records and yours. However, phone call, text, whatever you prefer, whatever's the easiest way to communicate is fine with me. Um, Basically, when I get that form, I can reach out to you, get that process started. Um, you get a quote back from me, what's available. We sort through all those logistical details and then go forward with our booking process.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's do it. I have done it.
And yes, you have.
I have, I have hired Rebecca to get us Horror Nights RIP tickets, and I have to say, just another endorsement for you here, since this is all an advertisement for you anyway, so we can. Is that I mean, just having somebody else just like figure it out for you is great, but we actually had an issue where we had to change dates,
Yeah,
and
right.
I just I just sent Rebecca a message like any other date. And then she's like, okay, what time? Cool, done. Had I tried to accomplish this on my own, I don't even know what flaming hoops I would have had to jump through. Like that was the easiest change of date for a RIP ticket that I could even honestly, I thought about that afterwards. I was like, wow, that's just like taken care of. I would have had to block out like at least an hour on the phone, right?
Oh,
As a
yeah.
civilian.
The pressure of calling is enough, right?
Right.
But
So
also, like, God forbid there's like a long hold time or you're busy and you know you have to do that. Like, I'm your bestie. Call me, text me. Hey, I need this from you. We're going to get it done. Nice and easy. When there's a long hold time, I'm going to handle that for you. If you
yes,
need me to fight somebody, I can do that. No,
fight or bite or both.
a little bit of both. Why
Okay.
not? And no, I'm here for any questions at any time. Like I tell everybody, like you can ask me anything. And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to get you the answer. And it in a timely manner also. So,
No, I mean, we obviously we know each other very well and communicate often. So you communicated pretty fast, but generally speaking, I didn't want to say that you would text people because I didn't want to put you on blast, but you said it. So I texted her, and then
Yeah.
in a few minutes later, she'd ask me one question, and then like 15 minutes later, she said it was done.
Sometimes it's the most effective thing, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So it's all good. It's all good.
So, very, very efficient and available and accommodating for sure. You were saying, "Oh, that's you, James, but still, Rebecca's going to bring that same service that she brought to me to you. But yeah,
It's very true.
89% guarantee.
89%.
That's true to your catchphrase.
Really. Oh, truly, it is. I guarantee it 89% of the time. What?
Oh my gosh. All right, let's get into these rules about buying tickets to a brand new theme park. They're wild. So I'll kind of let you take it. And so the
Mm,
first rule, I guess, is
rule.
no 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 standalone tickets for non-annual pass holders at this current juncture. Please elaborate on that.
So, with the initial product launch, we'll say,
Mhm.
excuse me, um, it's gonna be rolled out into phases. So, a single day ticket is not really an option now, but could be an option later down the line. But as an annual pass holder, you're not necessarily gonna wanna need or want to buy a park ticket package, but
Right.
you cannot buy more than a one-day ticket for Epic Universe at the moment, so that's why that option is there for annual pass holders. But while the kinks are being worked out and we're rolling out this product, a ticket package or multi-day ticket is the only way to get into Epic Universe.
Okay. Wow. So if you don't have an annual pass, right now you have to buy a 3-day ticket to Universal Orlando, and only one of those days could be Epic Universe. That's the situation, right?
Yes. So we're looking at like 3 to 5 day tickets for
Hmm.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry,
three
for
minimum. I meant minimum of three, but it's 3 to
yes.
5 days are available. Yeah.
Um, and basically what that means is you're buying a 2-day ticket to Universal, Islands of Adventure, Volcano Bay, let's say, your standard ticket that we're looking at now, right? Like park to park,
Mhm.
base ticket, whatever that is. And then 1 day for Epic Universe. So as you come up in numbers, a 4-day ticket, 3 days at the regular parks, let's say, and
Uh-huh.
1 day for Epic Universe. 5 day, 4 days at the parks, 1 day for Epic Universe. There is a usage window for each of those. That's pretty much the same standard as if you bought a conventional ticket now. So
Is
let's
that
say you
is that
bought
2 weeks or is it 1 week? What is that?
it's no, it depends on the amount. So like 5 days, a 5 day ticket, 4 days parks, 1 day Epic Universe is an 8 day window, meaning that you can go any 5 days within an 8 day window, whether you are staying on property for more or less of that, you have that window of time to use it. So you don't have to go consecutive days, right? You can go to Epic Universe first and then come back and do the parks like a couple days later, whatever works, but
Mhm.
that expiration window exists. 3 day, you have a 6 day window, 5 day, 8 day. So there's a couple extra days to not like go nuts doing all the parks, basically.
Take a breather. So
Yeah.
I think I've really wrapped my a succinct way to wrap my head around this. The way to think about this is that Epic Universe is not in the system of the current tickets that are available for Universal Orlando when it opens. So, but the only way to get into Epic Universe is to have a 3 to 5 day ticket, meaning that it's like you can't just go whenever you want. You can't go more than once per your one ticket, whether in that one ticket package, sorry. It's just this like odd entity. And the only way in there is if you went to the other Universal parks. Is that like kind of like a
Essentially,
clear way? Yeah, yeah. Clear way to put it. Yeah.
yes. So, and because um, Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios are like everything's like right there, right? City Walk, and then you have the two parks, and
Yeah.
Volcano Bay is like right by the hotels.
Essentially, it's all
Um,
walking distance over there.
exactly, more or less. Um, Epic Universe is its own thing. So think more like Disney World, like going from Magic Kingdom to like Animal Kingdom, right? We're going to like a completely different area. Um, so it is kind of its own entity in that regards. So honestly, like even if you wanted to park hop, it probably wouldn't even be worth it. Because it's so different, right? You're going somewhere so much further away. And that being said, too, you cannot park hop for Epic. You could if you wanted to, but you would waste another ticket. So, what I mean by that is you have one ticket for Epic Universe, you have two tickets or 2 days of tickets, right, for Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. You can park hop between those two parks or Volcano Bay, however you sort it out, for those 2 days. But if you decide you want to park hop the day you go to Epic Universe, you are essentially using your other day of a park ticket because there is no park hopping for Epic Universe, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, no, that's kind of what I was saying. It's almost like Epic Universe is like not part of the
Yeah.
Universal Orlando resort. It's not in the system, right? It's almost like
Hmm.
it's a separate entity. But the confusing part is the only way that you get in there is if you bought this 3 to 5 day ticket package.
Right.
But you just can't use it. You can't use Epic Universe the way you can use the rest of the resort.
Yes. That's a better way to say that.
Yeah, I know. We've been trying to figure out the easiest way to explain this, just like amongst ourselves for the past few days, and I'm just like,
I
wow.
It
It's
really is so complicated. Like, well, it is what it isn't because basically your best bet is having like a proper universal vacation and going to Epic Universe one of those days, almost like you would go to like a special event, let's say.
right,
So
or
like
something off property or whatever, yeah,
exactly, like
yeah.
it's like we won't say, although I've mentioned it already. It's like if you went to a day at Disney while you were at Universal. Um, so I think that's a smart way to think about it. And hopefully we find out more of like what that means as far as like staying in a premier hotel if you decide to do a vacation package with like express passes for Epic. So hopefully that comes. We don't know yet.
Okay, so right, yeah, so that right now express passes, I mean, can you buy those before you go? The express passes? Or do you
So you can buy express. So if you bought express, this is actually a good thing to bring up. So because when you're buying tickets, you can add express to your tickets, right? So you
Okay.
can buy express passes in advance. It's always recommended because you're going to get a better price. Express is something that does fluctuate in price and availability the closer you get to your travel dates. But if you were to add express to a ticket package, now that express pass is only for Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. It is not valid for Epic Universe. And if you stay on property at a premier resort, so like the more high end resorts include express passes,
Mhm.
but that wouldn't be valid for Epic Universe.
Currently. But you're saying you're hoping
as of right now.
eventually.
As of right
Yeah.
now. But
Yeah.
eventually, the hope is we hear more about that potentially being an option.
Okay. So now there are currently in that area, there are hotels that have been there for a few years that are not deluxe. Right where what I forget what they are off the top of my head. Where Wet and Wild was.
Um,
The one's called
Endless Summer?
Surfside. Yes,
Yeah,
Endless
Endless
Summer. There
Summer.
you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that's not a deluxe place, right? That's a value, I believe.
Yes. So those
So
are the two newest.
yeah, but
Were the two
there,
newest.
but Epic Universe is opening with two new hotels. Are those deluxe hotels? The ones they're opening with?
Yes. The one Helios is actually like in the park. Like when
Okay,
you
that's
look at
very
the
deluxe.
park map, you can see the hotel anchored at the back. So you'll see the front gates, Celestial Park, the portals, the parks around it. And then the Helios Resort is like at the back of the park. And guess what's right next to it?
Dark Universe.
Yep.
So you could
It
literally
is
roll out of bed and be in
right
Dark
there.
Universe like before you even have
Yep.
coffee.
Yep. And it has its own private entrance, which is wonderful.
Oh
And it is
wow! To
considered
Dark Universe
a
or to Epic Universe?
epic universe, but
Okay.
Dark Universe is right there. So
Oh right, because
that
because
hotel,
if it didn't, you'd have to go all the way around to the front because you're saying it's in the back.
yeah,
The entrance to the hotel's in the back.
exactly.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, kind of like
Yeah.
DCA in Grand California.
Yeah, more or less. Um,
I mean,
or like
the
I'm thinking
Redwood
like
Forest is
Tokyo
not as cool
Disney,
as Dark Universe. Ah,
honestly.
okay,
I
yeah, that
know,
makes more
right?
sense.
Like how Tokyo Disney has like the hotel right in Disney Sea.
Mm.
It's basically kind of like that. So it's going to have its own entrance right there. And from all of the artist renderings, it looks like your view, well, some views overlook the park, which is really cool. So you can
Yeah, it's
request
cool. I
a
mean,
Dark
even
Universe view, hopefully.
oh my god, I mean, even having the at Cabana Bay, the view that goes over Volcano Bay is pretty incredible. Just as
Hmm.
a visual. I mean, obviously Volcano Bay visually is a stunning place. Um, so I can't even imagine how I'd feel with a dark universe outside my hotel.
Right? You just see the burning windmill the whole time.
Oh my god,
Iconic.
I'll be like, wow. Anywho, all right. So I bring up those new hotels to say, can you currently even book those hotels, or is that coming soon?
You can book Helios officially on October 22nd as well. So like the
Okay.
whole product is being launched on the 22nd for booking. You can book, oof, I forgot. Oh no, I forgot the name of the other one, but you can book the other new hotel right now. Like it's not open yet, but it is open for booking. So
Okay.
I'm seeing bookings for like next spring before Dark Universe is officially open.
Or the whole park epic universe. I know we keep wanting to just talk about
Oh
dark
my
universe.
God, oh my God, that was such a subconscious slip. It's all I'm thinking about.
I know.
I literally look at Epic Universe and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna meet Frankenstein and the Bride. Like, amazing.
What's just side note, what's great about this is that so many of the other things are going to draw most of the crowds. I feel like Dark Universe, like for mass appeal, like this is the least appealing one to the masses. So I think that's going to be great for people like us.
Oh yeah, everybody's gonna be Super Mario is gonna be like probably the biggest thing, then
Yeah.
Ministry of Magic, and like, yeah, like the kids love How to Train Your Dragon, so it's all us over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Anywho, all right. So, um, So at this current juncture, you booked the hotel that's in the park, Helios, and the other one we can't remember. But that does not include Express Pass for Epic Universe currently.
Correct. But it will for um, Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. And it is the Express Unlimited Pass. So you get to go on anything and everything multiple times as much as you want for the duration of your stay.
And just to clarify for some that are unaware, as opposed to Disney parks, everything is available on Express Pass and Universal and Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Or is
All
this
of the attractions are, I like, shows don't really like certain shows like the Bourne Spectacular, let's say,
Mhm.
is on there. But anything else like there's the horror makeup show, you don't need Express for that. So
Mhm.
yeah, everything that would have a queue and a large queue is on and available for Express.
So yeah, that's just something to note because obviously in the Disney parks, not all of the ones are available on their whatever it's called this week. Lightning multi-pass, whatever thing, I don't know.
Yeah. And
So
you can
yeah,
only use it once for each ride. Express Unlimited, you could ride Velocicoaster for like the rest of your life if you wanted to, at least for that day.
rest your life for that day.
For that day. You might die if you ride it more than 6 times. I don't know.
um, maybe. Do we know that Epic Universe isn't even going to have Express like available, or is that a TBA?
I feel like it's an assumption from me that yes, but nothing official. Yeah.
Okay, so just bring your patience, kids.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I feel like by opening, they would have some kind of system sorted out, like virtual queue, because Hagrid's. So, oh, actually, I am wrong. Hagrid's is not included with Express, but
Still,
the Hagrid,
wow! I thought,
yeah,
wow,
yeah. So I'm eating my words right now, but
you didn't think I was going to be putting you on the spot so many times, huh?
I know, I know. I'm like, oh my God, there's so many elements to remember. Um, oh, there's a lot going on there, but yeah, Hagrid's is not included. But typically there's early entry, so you have that option. But if they had a virtual queue, they don't always have virtual queue, but they tend to. So I'm assuming they would do something like that just because demand is going to be so high those days at Epic. Like they're going to have a system. We just don't know what it is yet.
Okay, virtual queue for the
They're,
e-tickets. You're speculating, or for everything? I don't know.
oh no, so because Hagrid's has no express and is typically like a 2-hour wait, you could join a virtual queue, like for the line, similar to like what Disney does with their virtual queue.
Okay,
So I'm just saying, like, I think more information is going to be released about how to navigate attractions in Epic Universe. I just don't think that I mean, we're still in the early phases of announcements, right? So more is going to be unveiled. Like, will Express be included? Will they have that available by the time we go to the park? They have to have a system in place, in my opinion, because how do we meet the demand otherwise?
sure. Well, and this brought up a good question there. Let's say that somebody gets tickets, through you and this week or next week or whatever during this little rollout, and then like closer to open, they announce that you can start getting express passes and stuff. Is that something that they could just easily text you on your personal phone and no, contact you, and you can add that to their tickets?
Yes, actually. The good thing is, if anything changes, so even if it's like a discount offer for like a hotel or something for any time that you book, or we get new information like that, I'll have that information as soon as it's released, and I can contact you immediately, find out if you want to do that. Contact me, we can modify, we can add. It's not a problem.
Great. That's awesome. So if a discount comes in and you're aware of it, you let your clients know so they could change what they pay
Mhm. So if okay,
or pay less to not change what they pay.
here's our 89% guarantee.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
I'm just like, wow, that's like really diligent work there. I was like, wow.
I know. Well, so for example, if because there's a couple caveats to that, right? So like
Mm,
there's a lot of restrictions or fine print that comes with the discounts and discount offers. There's package requirements, stuff like that. So if I find out that they've released something like that and I have a booking that's eligible, I'm going to go in right into that booking just like on my own.
yeah.
And if I can save you money, I'm just going to do it. Like if it turns into something like, hey, if we change hotels, I'll save you money, like that's when I reach out to people, right?
Oh, okay. So you'll just like
But
automatically apply it unless there's a change of plans needed, then you'll reach out.
yep, yeah. If I can save you money, I'm gonna just do it. Like
Wow.
I don't think anyone's gonna be upset about that, right? So yeah, it's an automatic thing. Like the second I find out I'm in there, who's eligible, can I apply it, and I'm gonna work on that immediately.
Well, I think if I can save you money, I'm just gonna do it is a much better catchphrase than I give you an 89% guarantee. So maybe you might
See,
want to rethink that.
that's where I've redeemed myself today. Oy vey.
Okay, so my my next thing here about hotel stays and particularly the Epic Universe hotels, early entry. Currently, staying on property at all gets you early entry into the other parks, right? So does that work
Mhm.
for Epic Universe as well?
No official word on that
Mm,
yet. Um, I can't say for sure.
okay, so they
I
haven't they
don't
have not
know.
released the information. I just
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know the plan, but if you stay on property, you do get early entry into whichever park has early entry that day from Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios. Typically, it's like, the Wizarding World is what opens early.
Mm,
Um, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what that means for Epic Universe, because I wonder if it would be like the whole park or just like one land, like what they're doing at the other parks.
okay.
Um, but even if you bought just your ticket from me as a travel agent, the perk is that you would get early entry into the parks. So,
That should be your catchphrase.
yeah, right. By the end of this, we'll have my catchphrase
Yeah,
down.
we're getting there. We're toning it down, but that's a great perk.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. So if you
buy
bought
any
just the
tickets to
3-day ticket, yeah, you bought the 3-day ticket with Epic and you decided not to stay on property, like totally fine. You'll still have early entry
wow.
into the other perks.
Wow. I mean, there really is no reason to just not buy all of your tickets through Rebecca
I know.
at Vacationeer. I'm
That's the
gonna do.
catch.
I'm that's scheduled. Yeah, I'll do that. I was like, I mean, again, I used you for something because that's the. Here's. Let me take a pause. There's a lot of. It's the first time I bring you on, and I know that a lot of our listeners and viewers, followers, whoever's consuming this, readers, I don't know, are aficionados for the most part, right? Like they know how to do what they, know how to get to where they need to go, and and travel agents typically target, families that have no idea like how to navigate, these systems.
Mhm.
And, that's a good target market for that. But um I'm saying even as an aficionado, it was just so easy to get those RIP tickets for us. And then changing them again. I mean, that's like that's like better than travel insurance or something, you know, like it's just like, I mean, probably that's, don't quote me on that. But
It's
anyways,
89%
it's
better.
89% better than insurance. Yeah. Anyway, so now it's so easy to just have her take care of it. And at Universal, you get early entry, which I've utilized that when I've stayed on property. My favorite place to stay in all of Florida, regardless of which theme parks I'm visiting, is actually Cabana Bay, because I love the theming and the design of it, and and the fact that it's at a pretty reasonable price point as far as on property theme park places
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I mean, um, like, yeah, my last few trips to Orlando, regardless of what I was doing, because I mean, usually they center around Horror Nights, and then I'm obviously going to go to Walt Disney World till that. But I can't even tell you last time I stayed at Walt Disney World property. I usually just go to Cabana Bay.
I mean, they have the best aesthetic, truly.
Yeah, the aesthetic is incredible, and then I, it just makes more sense. It's just where I want to be. It's where I want to hang out at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously coming back at 2 a.m. from Horror Nights or whatever, you're like, that's a hop, skip, and a jump, and it's like so easy, and it's not some journey to back to the other side of town. So and there really is no hotel, in my opinion, that is even comparable in Orlando anywhere on Walt Disney World off like just as far as like that kind of aesthetic and theming.
That
Um,
is true.
I think I haven't been to Endless Summer. That seems like similar and a pretty good price point too. So I would be open to staying there at some point. Um, but yeah, generally speaking, I'm not the kind of guy that's like feels really good about spending $400 to $600 a night staying at a hotel, like for a place I'm just like crashing at the end of the day.
Of course.
If I'm staying in a place like that, like I don't want to leave the hotel room the whole time, like
I was gonna say, for me, it depends on what kind of trip you're doing,
right,
right? If
right,
I'm
right,
staying
yeah,
at the hotel, if I'm spending time at the hotel, I'm spending money on the hotel.
oh
If
yeah,
not,
yeah, that's a different story. But a
whatever.
place to crash, which really my trips to Orlando are like that. It's like I'm out all day, and then it's like
Mhm.
crash, shower, get up right away, and do it again. Right? Like I'm not gonna feel good about spending that kind of money, but but anyway, I think there's perks to staying at Cabana Bay. For the I talked about the aesthetic and also the early entry access. So it's definitely something I've utilized, and those late horror nights coming in, it's right there. But anyway, I digress. Um, I think we've probably covered everything that's known about staying on the hotels right now at Epic Universe. Um, I think the other thing to really clarify is whether you get the 3 or 4 or 5 day ticket. Only one of those days can be Epic Universe, right?
Yes. It's essentially like you're buying, so the more days that you're getting, it's the more days that you're spending at Islands of Adventure, Universal Studios, Volcano Bay.
Right.
It's only one day for Epic Universe, no matter which ticket, package, bundle, whatever that you choose.
So if you were on a trip and you wanted to go to Epic Universe 2 days, you would essentially need to buy 2 3-day tickets.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, I bet you there's gonna be some people that do that and just burn the tickets for
I mean,
the other parks.
why not? No,
Why not? Yeah, I can think of a lot of reasons why not, but
I know, right?
I mean, that's everyone's time versus money. Everyone decides what's what's more important to them. But so let's talk about APs for a moment. So, um, on October 24th, 2 days after all these things launch that we discussed that are available, annual pass holders will be able to buy single day tickets because your annual pass will not get you in to Epic Universe. Again, going with this theme of it's not part of the system, it's a separate entity. So yeah, do you have any more info on that? Or is that
As
the
of
whole deal?
now,
I probably said
no,
everything,
that
but
yeah, that's pretty much it. As far as like my question is, does that mean you can buy multiple single day tickets to go more than one day?
yeah, how
You know what
many
I
can
mean?
you buy? Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah. I feel like that hasn't like we'll know once they launch sales for the product. I assume you probably can't, but who knows? Maybe you can. Um,
Probably not a launch, I guess, but I don't know.
yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too. It's like it's so confusing because like theoretically, like if an annual pass holder is buying a ticket, they would want to go with somebody else, but they can only go with other annual pass holders. Like if they only let them
Well,
buy one ticket.
right. You do have to um buy a dated ticket, of course, as an annual pass holder. So a single day ticket is always going to be dated, even when you're buying a three. Like it is going to be dated, so it's going to have a official start date, and then your ticket window is basically the duration that it's active. So if,
Okay.
for example, you bought a 3-day ticket for um, May 22nd as your starting date, you have 6 days from that date that you can use those tickets. So dated in the sense of like you have a window of time, but like a
Mhm.
single day ticket is going to have an official date. So if you want to buy for May 22nd, um, it would
October is
be
always on the
dated.
mind.
I know, right? It would be dated for May 22nd, and that's the only day that it's valid. So my assumption is, as an annual pass holder, if you're going with other annual pass holders, you individually would buy those tickets through your account. Um, because the only way you could buy the single day ticket as an annual pass holder is to prove you're an annual pass holder, right? So you'd have to be
Right.
logged into your account. Um, that being said, does that mean that like you could buy a single day ticket May 22nd and May 23rd? I don't really know. But
Yeah.
the single day
Interesting.
ticket is a higher cost and a higher premium. Um, I don't, I think it'll be limited number of tickets per day, most likely. That's my assumption.
Right. And so what I wow, so what I'm hearing is like if you're an annual pass holder and you want to go with non-annual pass holders, they're gonna have to get the minimum of 3-day ticket, and you guys have to coordinate, make sure that's all on the same day. And I guess theoretically you could go to the parks on other days with them because you have an annual pass.
Yeah, exactly. So you just have to coordinate that window, right? So if I'm
Mm,
checking in on a Monday and my friend who's an annual pass holder is like, "Hey, I got a ticket for Epic Universe for Wednesday," that means that I just want to join them on Wednesday. So that's my one day I'm going to go to Epic Universe, and then the other days of the week are the other parks.
okay. So I think the last thing, which we haven't discussed at all, but I don't think there's much to discuss because we don't know at the current recording time, is how much is all this going to cost me? So
Genuinely, zero, zero clue, zero like insight on my end at all. Like even as far as like the hotel price bracket,
wow.
because I mean, in any hotel, in any ticket buying situation, dates matter, right? So
Yeah.
like May 22nd could be the most expensive and August, 27th could be less, it could be more. There is no way of knowing until we're in that system on Tuesday.
Which, yeah,
What?
so this is before Tuesday recording this, but this will come out afterwards. So the pricing will be out. So
Oh,
it's kind of a mute point, I guess. But I just wanted to mention that while I was recording this, we don't know what the prices are.
yeah. Hello. I'm doing
That's
great for my first podcast. I'm doing great.
you're doing fine.
October 22nd
Yeah, October
is
22nd. Yeah.
when we will be able to get in this, like, you don't know until you get in the system, put everything together to get a general idea of, like, what the overall cost will be, more or less.
Well, I mean, I guess at this point we're safe to assume that the ticket pricing would be pretty similar to the current pricing structure, but it could go
Who
up.
knows? Who
It,
knows?
it won't go down. I can assure you that.
Yeah, there's at least that.
And I guess the other part we don't know is when APs can access Epic Universe. That's just a developing story there.
Oh, yeah, like, if they're gonna do, like, a preview day or something like that?
No, I meant like have it
Or
be part of your annual pass, like so that you don't have to deal with all
integrated into that. Oh,
this.
right. So they probably, yeah. I mean, they're probably gonna have to create a new tier for annual passes.
Yeah, which won't
Who
be
knows?
less money.
Right.
I mean, this is kind of unprecedented times. When was the last new theme park that opened at all, like in the major theme park areas? Uh,
Wow. Yeah, I think it was
Probably Islands of Adventure, right? I mean, because before that was Animal Kingdom.
I was just gonna say that and be
I
like,
mean, I don't count
"Who is
Volcano Bay
this?"
as a full theme park people are going to. I know that they like to, Universal, but, but not everybody likes water parks, so that I don't really throw the mix in.
Mhm.
But yeah, as far as like people, it probably, and then theme park nerds know that Islands was not met with it wasn't a success out of the gate, so there wasn't this like massive demand for people to go there. So I'm sure it was just included with an annual pass, or
Yeah,
probably not.
I mean,
They probably didn't raise prices because they're just trying to get people to go over there.
right?
So yeah, this is definitely unprecedented times, especially with all the theme park AP holders and on both coasts. you know, um, so who the heck knows? I mean, that's probably why they don't open too many new theme parks on Walt Disney World. So
Right. A
I
lot
mean,
to navigate now, you know?
yeah, for sure. Well, I think we covered it all here. Is there any other aspects of getting these Epic Universe tickets right now and these vacation packages?
Great question.
Thank you. That's why I'm the host. Do you have a great answer? No, I think we covered it. I just want
Probably not.
to.
Um, yeah, I feel like we've covered everything that there is to know right now. All I can say is, like, if you really are like, "I wanna go as soon as it opens, I wanna get there," um, reach out to me. Let's have that prepared, ready to go, get those quotes back to you, and get something booked. Um, but other than that, no, it's just waiting until product launch on October 22nd.
Oh yeah. So again, to contact Rebecca and also help support Creepy Kingdom, you go to creepykingdom.com/vacationeer. And if you're just on our website and you click on the partners tab, you'll see the Vacationeer thing there. So nothing too complicated to remember. If you follow us on social media, which odds are you do if you're listening or watching this, it'll be on our link tree. We'll make it super easy for you to contact Rebecca. And then once you give her your phone number, she'll be texting you all the time. Just kidding.
There's a 11% chance there.
Okay, that's the other
That's the other 11%.
Let's just say that she reserves the texting for, the big spenders, that's that special
Oh.
VIP. care. No, just kidding.
I can just be a really bad texter sometimes. That's all.
Yeah, okay.
It's got to be like one and done, you know?
I feel it, but yeah, so there's that, and more information will come out as we get closer to this. I mean, we kind of surprising that all this surprising to the general public. Maybe you knew, Rebecca, that they're gonna put tickets on sale. So in this calendar year, I thought for sure it would be in 2025. So, but they're still dripping out all these details. But for the people that just can't wait to get into Dark Universe, Rebecca's going to get you in there. There's an 89% chance of it. I'm going to say there's a 100% chance that she's going to get you in there.
Yes. Yeah, there's a 100% chance I'm going to get you there. You just have to be flexible.
Yeah. All righty. Well, with that, I guess we'll wrap it up here. So until next time, let's close the gates.
Thank you for watching, and thank you to our sponsors and Patreon producers for making this video possible. Hit the subscribe button so the creepy fun never has to end. This is Hannah reminding you to keep it creepy.